From CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The city of Seattle, known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild CenturyLink Field. Coming up is a rematch of that memorable Super Bowl 49 between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Newton on first down. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming. And under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
Whenever you think about the Seattle Seahawks, one of the first things that pops to mind is how well they run the football and how much they like doing it. But you have to also look at how well Russell Wilson has played at the quarterback spot. Hasn't just been a game manager. Last year, over 4,100 yards passing, the second most in his career. 31 touchdown passes, and took care of the ball as well because he threw just 5 interceptions. If you need to open things up, Russell Wilson can get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
The ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
Seattle Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On first down, it's Carson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Check, 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 check.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that have to be pinpoint here.
So I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Carlos Hyde, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. That time a 6-play drive, and it was capped off by a Carlos Hyde touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. Some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Going for Metcalf on the... It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off play action. Newton. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Patriot first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the handoff, it's White. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
White, the New England ball carrier.
The numbers for White a week ago, 18 carries, 71 yards.
As a good start to the season, they got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. From the gun, here's Newton. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
New England.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. They defer to White out of the shotgun.
James White.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On the play. And it's third down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now it's Newton. Out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
First down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have recovered.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
One more game remains to be played in week 2 after this one, and it's a game that folks have been looking forward to for months, if not years. The first ever regular season home game for the Las Vegas Raiders as they host the Saints. 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 in Vegas, right here on EA Sports. That should be fun. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down and 8.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. You can't.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
takes this about 5 yards deep.
Let's take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Second and 9.
Good tackle there by Jaron Reed, the former second-round pick out of Alabama, and that's why he was drafted. But he's really shown an excellent ability to rush the passer as well.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jaron Brown, the intended target, and it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
New England on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Newton. He may try and run for this. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here on these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now on 2nd and 13. Newton. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi.
Newton's pass.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the... with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him. Maybe even have a third person in the area and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while because I don't know that their talents are his. Because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. On 2nd and 9, Wilson going for Metcalf, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Julian Edelman gets ready to take the field again here on offense. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a pass here caught by Edelman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. On 1st and 10, Newton. And a dump off to White. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Goes underneath here to White. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Hey, check, Mike 21. Left pass. Hey, 0.
From the shotgun, Wilson going for Met. It's caught at the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks offense continues to pour it on.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul-searching now. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, it's Newton. This is White on the screen. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play. And facing a 2nd and long. And Jerron Brown's got it complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He's going deep for Brown. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Covered by Jamal Adams.
A final shot before the break. Newton. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, 77 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with White. Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Jamal Adams.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
A gain of 7.
And there's a catch there by Julian Edelman. And I know the conversation is very big on how much will he miss Tom Brady. But Edelman's one of the top slot receivers in the league and an uber competitor. He's going to miss his friend, but he wants to show the rest of the league that his skills transfer no matter who's throwing him the football.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
56 to Mike. 56
To the air again, Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
54 Mike.
On the give, it's White. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Newton. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
In on the stop, the Pro Bowl strong safety, Jamal Adams. From the 16, Newton. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
His pass caught at the 4. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Touchdown.
From 13 yards out. And the Patriots able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 31.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson able to get this to Gordon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making...
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson complete to Dorsett. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
One thing about the Seattle Seahawks offense, they are a run-first group, but when they throw the ball, they want to throw it downfield and sting defenses. And Philip Dorsett provides great speed and a good target downfield in order to get that done. Nice catch there. His speed adds an extra dimension to the Seahawks offense.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
33-yard line.
From the gun, Wilson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that, has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be second and goal.
3-yard line.
They'll try to run with Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
At their own 25-yard.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Slant route, caught by Edelman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
It is a nice catch there by Julian Edelman, and he's going to be a reliable target no matter who's playing quarterback. Topped 1,000 yards receiving for the third time last season. I just love his story. College quarterback to one of the top slot receivers in the NFL.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Bobby Wagner in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Here's second and 10. Play action. It's Newton. This will be caught by Brown. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He hits White, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Gain on the play.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Newton, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
6-yard line.
54, come on, 50 points left.
Wilson wants to throw it. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? And
they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Oh, man. Can't do that.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by one more.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
First down, Patriots.
Here we go.
Tonight's
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get